Welcome back, everybody. Today we got another Kevin Samuels classic. And trust me, this one goes left fast.
Hello? I'm sorry, I pressed the mute
Are you in the
button.
bathroom?
Oh, hold on. Yes, hold on.
Are you sitting on the toilet calling me?
I wish. Like, let me stop. No, I'm right here. The thing, I was in the bathroom early because I had joined with video.
Did you wash your hands?
No, I didn't use the bathroom. I was sitting in there at my beauty stand.
Mm-hmm. So you sitting in the bathroom, but you didn't use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just asked you if you washed your hands. I didn't say what you did. So what did I get wrong?
I don't think you got anything wrong. What I am saying is that I think that we overvalue ourselves because we see our faces all the time. You know how after a while you get used to something if you look at it enough?
Mm-hmm.
So you grow up with the same face. So you start to, minimize the flaws and start to see more of the things that you like about your face.
But what I don't understand, and see, this is one thing that's different between about men and women. Men, we get judged every day. The world tells us every day. You look in your wallet, you ain't rich. You look at your height, you ain't this, you ain't that. You go to the bathroom, ooh, you looking out what size your dick is. We get judged all the time. And no one ever says don't shame men, don't make men feel bad. But when a man, even a professional image consultant who gets paid, who is trained, paid, and certified for doing this, I still have people in the chat room telling me how wrong I was. And then we have the last call. I mean, if a man can't tell a woman the truth and women can't tell each other, women can't see the truth, what is that? What are we left? I don't understand.
Well, the thing is, you can tell a woman the truth, but you're one voice in 20.
Mm-hmm.
The way you're saying the truth, a lot of other men are telling things, to get what they want out of that woman. So they'll sit there and lie to her. A lot of the lower value people, because a woman will have people chasing her
Yes.
for sex.
Yes, I'll give you that. Yes. Be all up in the DMs.
And some people equate a man wanting sex as a man wanting you as a person.
Right.
And so if one man say you're ugly, but these other 5 or 6 men are like, I want to have sex with you, then obviously you're not ugly, at least since.
Well, now I'm gonna say I never said anybody was ugly. I just say sometimes people overvalue themselves.
Saying, like,
yeah.
Not you.
I know. Yeah, but see, and what I think, and what you're saying is right. We see ourselves and we minimize the flaws. So my thing is this: in a society where we have removed shame. I mean, I was even talking about the other day on church. We can't even talk about shame in Christianity. But women, no matter how society has sanitized or neutered the message the average woman gets, men are still making decisions based upon that truth. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
How do we get women to understand that? This is why you're not getting what you want. Regardless of what people will say, men still look at this. And if you don't do something with this, you're never going to get the outcome you want. How do we get that done?
Well, I think what happens is the younger the women are that you work with, the better. Because after a certain while, we become set in our delusions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like someone over 28 most likely is not going to want to hear what you're saying. 28 and over.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get with a 19-year-old who's looking for a man and you're telling her this is what you do, then she's more likely much more able to adapt to the situation than a woman who is over 28.
Well, I ain't trying to deal with no 19-year-olds. That's too damn young. But here's what I would say. I would say that I would hope that women can start being more honest with each other. If nothing else, in particular, let's just talk about black women. I would hope black women could start being more honest because the weight issue is so big.
I don't think black women will ever start really being honest with themselves about stuff like that. Because to be honest with another black woman about the weight thing will require being honest with yourself.
But let's take that. Then taken to the logical end, that's oblivion.
Because I mean,
That's oblivion. I mean, because the marital rates in the black community are going down. The weight of black women is going up. More black. Where does that? Jesus, that's well. Goddamn.
I think we as women need to learn how to do more self-reflection and accept more accountability.
Mhm.
Younger women are more, open to doing things, are open to being taught.
Mhm.
23-year-olds can be taught, 24-year-olds can be taught. So, I mean, what we should do is concentrate on teaching them
Mhm.
about accountability and that their life can be
Right.
what they make of it. Because I have heard 35 and 36-year-old women complaining to me about their life. And I'm like, why are you complaining about all these things that you can change?
Right. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 40.
Okay. Well, and shout out for saying that, younger women. But you know where I started getting the most heat on YouTube is when I actually mentioned that I prefer to date women under 35. I started catching all kind of hell from women because that accountability, that truth, that thing. I think a lot of women in that age range, Generation X especially, realize that for whatever reason, individually, maybe you're too far gone, and no one wants to feel like this is going to be it for them, dying alone. But yet, women not wanting to do that work. So, appreciate you saying the things you said. Maybe a woman can hear it coming from you versus me, but
I think women that are older got such flack about that when you said it. It's because women love to have first right of refusal.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate it, sis. I'm gonna get up off here. I've been going for 2 hours. That was 2 hours too long, but I think this was a pretty good show.
This conversation explored the difference between attention, attraction, and long-term commitment. The caller began with an interesting observation, arguing that many women gradually overestimate their attractiveness because they become accustomed to seeing themselves every day. Whether or not people agree with that explanation, it opened a broader discussion about self-perception and how people evaluate themselves. Kevin then posed a question that shifted the conversation. If women reject honest feedback from men and at the same time struggle to evaluate themselves objectively, where does realistic self-assessment come from? His point was that everyone benefits from constructive feedback, even when it is uncomfortable. The discussion wasn't just about appearance. It was about whether people are willing to hear perspectives that challenge their own. The caller responded by making an important distinction. She argued that not every compliment from a man should be interpreted the same way because people often have different intentions. Some men may pursue casual relationships while others are genuinely looking for long-term commitment. She believed that many women mistake attention for serious romantic interest, which can create unrealistic expectations about the dating market. That became one of the strongest moments of the conversation. Receiving interest from someone doesn't necessarily reveal what kind of relationship they actually want. Kevin has frequently argued throughout his discussions that being desired and being selected for a committed relationship are different things, and this caller's point touched on a similar idea from a different angle. Toward the end of the discussion, the caller emphasized that older women have a responsibility to share honest lessons with younger women, especially about accountability and realistic relationship expectations. Rather than simply encouraging confidence, she believed experience should also be used to help younger generations avoid common mistakes. That shifted the conversation away from criticism and toward mentorship. The broader takeaway wasn't that people should undervalue themselves. Instead, it highlighted the importance of balancing confidence with honest self-reflection and recognizing that attention alone doesn't always indicate long-term compatibility or commitment. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think modern dating has made it harder to distinguish genuine relationship interest from temporary attention, or has that always been part of dating?